Round 3. Hello everyone, and welcome to Action RPG. I'm your host Aaron, and for today's video, we're headed back to the world of Last Epoch. Mike, the good old developer from 11th Hour Games, held his normal Friday Q&A stream on Twitch, which brings us to Dev Chat Round 3. Now, believe it or not, I read every single comment that is left on my videos, and I probably reply to 99.9% of them. So I have heard your feedback on my dev chat videos, and I want to continue to tweak them to make them as value added and entertaining as possible. So I'm going to be changing up the format again today for dev chat round 3. Now, what a lot of people don't like is kind of the goofiness or me talking, trying to make it seem like a pretend interview. So I'm going to cut out all that jargon, and basically what you will hear is the question and then Mike's answer. Now, I might have something to say based upon my opinion from what he is saying, but at least it will be a lot more professional. I don't know. We will see if you guys enjoy it more. All right. As always, I will share my thoughts. Please feel free to share yours in the comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe to support smaller channels. All right. Let's jump right into this. So the first question that came in that I really learned something about was legendary items. Listen to this.
Legendary items are really an interesting problem to solve, and we're not ready to bring them out just yet. Legendary items are going to need to be there's a few requirements I can talk about with legendary items, and they're going to need to be very distinctive. It's going to need to be like there's a story behind it. Like if you think about the word legendary, like there's a legend behind this item. It's sort of many have heard about, few have known, and it's a deep mystery of an item. Like think about it from that stance. Like it's they're not going to be common. You're going to see a lot of I hope a lot of speculation on how to get them when we do release them. I know, given the age of the internet, there's going to be a once that information's out, it's out. But I personally really loved when everyone was trying to find the Fractured Crown for the first time, and no one really knew how to get it. Everyone knew it was in the game, people knew what it did, but no one knew how to find it, and I loved that. That was fantastic.
Now, before we move on, I have a feeling a lot of people don't know what the Fractured Crown is, and it will kind of give you some insight into maybe what they are thinking around legendary items. Now, the Fractured Crown is this crown right here on the screen, and it is basically one of the ultimate leveling items. You can use it at level 7. You get no ward, but you get, mana efficiency, and you get 100% spell critical strike chance, and you take less damage. But when this was introduced into the game, you had no idea how to find it or where to get it. Now, obviously, the name of the item kind of gives it away, and a lot of people actually ended up getting it by accident. The only way you could get your Fractured Crown was not by hunting monsters, but by crafting. Obtained from destructive fractures on Gilded Crown. So it was like less than a 1% chance on a destructive fracture on that item, it would create this unique. Once Mike started talking about legendaries, a lot of people started asking questions because, again, 11th Hour Games really hasn't discussed legendaries. Now, the next question that came out was around, will legendaries be a secret? Which means, do we just have to discover them on their own?
I mean, I think it's pretty hard for us to hide when new items come in the game, unfortunately, but yeah, it's unclear how we'll reveal them. They're not in the game right now, I can tell you that. But they'll interact with a major system likely, and it'll be a big deal to get a legendary. I would not expect most builds to incorporate legendary items. Like, they may not even be the best thing for your build. We're not going to have a lot of them. I can't really give away exactly what's going to happen with them, but for example, I really liked the way WoW did legendary items initially. And we're not saying we're doing the exact same thing at all, but I just really like that feeling of there's only one of them out there for a long time. Oh, there's now 2 of them are out there. And that feeling of mystery behind them, that feeling of what do they do, how do you get them? You have to work really hard as a group to get them. I'm not saying we're going to force it as a group, but that's the sort of feeling that I really liked with it.
That is exactly what I want them to do. If it's like there's only 1 out there, 2 out there, you have to have a group to run this for a chance of 1 to drop, I hope they do something like that, because in itself adds a new endgame system. Hey, party tonight, 7 p.m., we're going after this item in this area. It's something you can do, and obviously hunting for that item that only 1 or 2 people have sounds like a whole lot of fun. The next question that came in was about the Shade of Oribus, the new endgame boss that we're going to be getting in 0.8.2. Now, we really know nothing about this new boss other than what Sarno posted on the official website. So the question was asked, is this going to be the true endgame boss for the game, like the Shaper is for PoE?
It's not the same thing as Shaper. It's different. But it is something that will exist in the monolith, and it will be very difficult. It won't always be the same, and sometimes you'll want to seek it out. Sometimes you'll be wanting to avoid it. You'll know it's coming, and I don't want to ruin everything on how it'll happen and everything like that. But it'll be tough. We're building a bunch of abilities for it right now. I know the encounter design is working hard on that right now, and I've been helping with some of the abilities there, but it's mostly been our lead VFX artist actually that's been building the abilities for it, and it looks great. Lots of new mechanics and new effects coming in for that. It's tough. It's like building a whole bunch of bosses all at once for one boss, really.
If you've played Last Epoch before and specifically played through the campaign, you know that sometimes when you're playing through it, you don't know when you encounter a boss. Is this just a big enemy on this map, or is this who I need to be to progress to the next level? So the question was asked, is there going to be something put into the game that helps you distinguish when you are fighting a big boss?
Definitely. I think that punctuating bosses with entrance effects, so like I'll use as a good example, just because it's something that it's easy to describe. So in Diablo 3, when you fight the Butcher for the first time, it like bangs through that door and he comes out, and there's an arena, and it's this like there's a lot of setup there, and there's that like I'm here entrance animation. Personally, I think that was a well done entrance animation for that boss fight. So I think things like that will work their way in a bit as we get more time to polish up things, and that would be the goal.
This next question was fascinating, something I hadn't thought of yet. Now, we know with 0.8.2 we're going to be getting new summons AI. They will interact better, they're supposed to be more responsive, it's just supposed to be a better AI system. But the person posed the question, what about a UI for summons, where you can set them to defensive or aggressive or attack after 2 seconds? Your own user interface for your summons.
We've been talking best how to add more of a customizable behavior for minions. Different minions you want to behave differently, and having us just assume we know how you want your minions to behave is a dangerous thing to do. So we're gonna be trying to add in some way that you can customize their behavior between a few options, likely. Just have to fill out the whole map. I don't think this goes too far. And we're unsure exactly where that UI is going to go yet, but yes, some of the minions also have, for example, wolves have a new AI on them that's a lot more effective. Jeez, guys, come on, just let me kill you already. So the wolf UI I think is a lot better, and we're going to be improving all the minions' AI and also trying to give you a little more control on it.
Something that has become almost mandatory in Last Epoch is ensuring you have some kind of movement skill in your build. It keeps you alive. It helps you get through the campaign quicker. It helps you get through echoes quicker. The question was asked, what is the plan for movement skills? Is there going to be more? Will they be reworked?
Yeah, this is a huge topic. We talk about this all the time. So there's lots of move skills are really important in games like this. That was close. This is what happens. I get into a zone that's a little bit harder, and I get talking, and then I die. Not today. Okay. Move skills are really important. Yes, they absolutely are. And almost every single build, you go look at the ladder on our website right now, and basically every single build will have at least one move skill in there. And you may notice there's not that many move skills per class. We try and work in a couple if we can. And try and keep them as distinct from each other as possible. We've batted around ideas of having like a move skill slot going in your bar, things like that. We've talked to all sorts of different things. It's nice that because we only have 5 skill slots, there's that potential to add more power to a build by not taking a movement skill with you. So, for example, I've seen some arena builds that are just like, I'm going to stand in the middle and not take a movement skill, which I think is a cool option to have, and especially means you can have builds that are specialized for different tasks, I guess you could say. So do I want to go faster? Do I want to kill things easier? Do I want to take an extra survivability skill, an extra utility skill, all those sorts of things? I think we've already noticed it with internal testing in multiplayer when there's that feeling of, I got to keep up. And it's something we are very aware of, and will continue to balance the abilities as we go forward with that in mind.
So I have to say with Mike's answer, one, I love the thought of potentially having your own movement skill, so every class would have one and it wouldn't take up a skill on your action bar. I really like that idea. Moreover, it's funny that he's talking about in his internal testing, where in multiplayer, it might be hard for some characters to keep up with faster characters. Because I joke about this in my Discord all the time, that once we get multiplayer, you guys better keep up with me because I'm going to be moving so fast. So it's interesting that I'm already thinking about that with my community, and they are already seeing that on their internal testing. One thing that I love about these live streams is normally 11th Hour Games, or Mike specifically, will give us some kind of visual about the up-and-coming 0.8.2 update for Last Epoch, and he delivered again with this stream today. Let me show you the new map coming to Last Epoch.
Right. So if you missed this in the chat, here's the little teaser of the a piece of the map. This is zoomed in as far as you can zoom in the map, and it is humongous. We had to put 2 of the biggest textures we could put in the game to just fit it on screen fully. And so it's going from what looks like Divine to Ruined, I think. And so this is the Temple of Atera, and so you can see like how it changes all the area, the void's creeping in, and sort of like that last bastion of hope. So yeah, little teaser there.
Last and certainly not least, Mike really went over and beyond on his stream today, because not only did we get to see the new maps, but he also gave us a second tease. He showed us the new inventory system coming to the game, which looks so much cleaner. Now, I am very curious if you noticed something that I literally noticed immediately from this new inventory system. Something that I'm wondering if he was supposed to show off, because it is a big change coming for the future. Check this out.
We've got a whole new inventory panel coming. I think I could probably show you guys a little bit of the layout of what that's going to look like. Probably. Maybe. Here, let me just open my inventory for a second. Oh, that's a cool inventory I got here. This is an early. It's actually come a long way from this, but it's pretty similar. So we're flipping things a little bit.
Okay, be honest. Did you notice? Come on, tell the truth. I don't see any hands raised. I'm sure actually most of you noticed this. Now, obviously, the inventory system looks a lot cleaner. You got your gold, you got your crafting materials, you got your sword. They flipped it left and right. At the top, you have your inventory. Then you're going to have your appearance, all your MTX, how you want your characters to look, and then a new menu for your blessings. They've already told us that the blessings menu is going to look a whole lot better. But that's not what I am talking about. I'm talking about idols. I wonder if we were supposed to see this. So the idols right here, this is a 5x5 grid. Now, who knows if it's actually changing, but it is 5x5. The normal idols right now in the game is 4x4. This would be a huge difference to all my builds I have made. You are talking about 10 additional idol slots for your character, which means 2 or 3 more idols you can carry per your character. And all I'm thinking about is like the pally I just made, what I can do with that added space. So, whether we're supposed to know it or not, whether it's confirmed or not, what I'm seeing on the screen right now is that bare minimum, we're getting more idle slots. All right, everyone, that's the video. What do you all think of Dev Chat Round 3? Do you like this version better than 1 and 2? Let me know in the comment section below. Also, I am always looking for new questions to ask the developers for Last Epoch. So if there's anything you want answered on these development chats, let me know also in the comment section below. If you have not joined the official Action RPG Discord, please do so. We're approaching 800 members. Great conversations every day, especially around Last Epoch. The idea is to create a gaming community that could jump from game to game together, so you never start the server alone. Link for that Discord is in the description. I hope you all enjoyed Dev Chat Round 3. Stay home, stay safe. Do not forget to join the official Action RPG Discord. Aaron, out.